career high 8 offensive rebounds. A lot of those came early in the game. What was the approach to this one? You came out really aggressive on the glass.
Yeah, I mean, just being aggressive. I'll continue to do that. Yeah, that's really just been my game. Like I said, that's what the team needs, and that's what I want to do.
Do you feel different when you're rebounding? It looks like you're going and getting it now instead of just it's there and just snatch it.
I mean, it's each game. I'm realizing more and more that I can really make an impact on the glass that way. And, help my team out because that's what we need. We need those swings to push the lead up even more.
Philly's such a good fourth quarter team. You guys were able to really hold it. What was it about this final frame?
I mean, just making sure, we stay, ahead in the points, and, just each time out, try to go out and increase the lead more and more. So.
When you got a guy like Norm who comes out 10 quick, how does that impact everybody else?
He's a scorer. That's what he do. That's his nature. So, kudos to him. He needs to keep doing that.
7 seems like a lot of points, but things were challenging for Tyrese out there. How'd you take that matchup up?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. Got it kind of – I didn't do it by myself. I feel like my teammates did a good job of loading up. He kind of seen bodies. I just tried to do my best of put my body on him and send him to my teammates, and I think I did a good job with that tonight.
When you look at the ability of this team closing quarters, right? The fourth quarter for Philly is always their big time, but you guys were able to really push back tonight. What did you like about that final play?
I like the fact that even when they kept running, we went on our run. I think that we kept running, we kept pushing the ball, we kept putting the pressure on them. I don't think we stopped. It's like we kept playing our same game no matter what they were doing.
You almost had a triple-double. I mean, your impact in that starting point guard position has been great. And so when you go into this season this summer, did you have to change your game? Like the way you're playing and the way you're coming out and getting to the paint and all that stuff.
No, I mean, I think that I always had that ability. I mean, honestly, I feel like even in college I had that ability. I knew that we had a lot of scorers on our team, a lot of guys who can put the ball in the basket. So I just try to make the job easy for them, get them easy looks so they can get going. And if I'm open, I take the shot. I don't really make the game difficult. I try to simplify as much as I can.
And Bam and Kel'el are putting up monster double-doubles. How does that impact the guys on the perimeter?
Amazing, man, just because they key in on them, especially with the shots that we're getting, and Kel'el getting the second chances, get more possessions for us, brings the energy. I mean, even defensive rebound, I think he did a really good job tonight. I just feel like there's not no more deflating plays. He's doing a better job with that, and he played really hard tonight.
When you look at 4 wins, there's something specific you can pick out that you guys are doing really well. What would that be?
I mean, other than the Golden State game, I think we rebounded really well in Chicago and this game. Obviously, they can get offensive rebounds, but I think that we didn't kind of let that interfere with our game. I think we kept playing our same game. Even one time they got offensive rebound, Norm came and Storm and got the steal. Like little things like that we wasn't doing before. I think that we cleaned that up.
Thank you. Bam, first I want to go to the end of the game there when you made that decision to go double Maxey, and Spo said you just made a play. What did you see out there? Why did you decide that was the thing to do?
We got this term slightly reckless, and he turned his back off balance, and I was like, go double him. He's been a guy he's gotten 50 in this league multiple times, 40 on a nightly occasion. So, you want to build that momentum towards trying to get that W.
As a team, you guys have been able to hold off other teams now and really push forward. Every time Philly went on a run, it seems like you guys responded. What do you like about this group and what you guys are showing in those moments?
Man, we're doing it together. It's a collective effort, and just being able to depend on one another and understand that everything's not going to go how we want it to. We're going to have some bumps in the road, and being able to be resilient and get through those bumps and figure out how to get a W.
There was a big moment. Kel'el had a huge and one. I think it was the first half. I looked over on the bench, and you were pumped. What's it been like? I mean, in the last couple of weeks, he's moving a little different. What's it been like for you watching that?
Oh, man, I'm proud of him. Just because, he's got a lot going on. He had Spo yelling at him, coaching staff, teammates. Obviously, then he has his own people in his ear. And, just being able to watch him grow through it. And now, I feel like he gets it. Like I said, some nights it might not be 18 and 16. Some nights it might be 10 and 10. But he still can affect the game.
It's got to be nice to feel like you got someone else doing that with you, though, because you both had monster nights tonight. And just, in your own words, how does it impact this whole team?
Man, like I said, it's a collective effort. And, everybody feels involved. Everybody's getting the ball. And everybody knows it's control havoc in a sense. Being able to play that way, play fast, get out and run, and everybody knows their role.
Last one for you. I want to ask you about Davion. His assists to turnovers is 128 to 21 right now.
That's not the
Yeah,
final.
128 to 21 is his assist to turnover ratio. And I know it was a small sample size last year, but it seems like he's kind of come back a different player. What's it been like out there?
Man, he didn't want the triple double. That's what
he
didn't.
can't really control all the assists, but
Like having him back. I love Davion, man. He makes plays. He makes the offense easy for us. And you know, on the other end, he does what he does, which is impact winning. So when you have a guy like that, that's obviously his assist to turnover ratio is crazy. What is that, #1 in the league? Playing at that pace, you know, we're playing to how he's wired, and you know, I feel like he's really starting to understand that he fits in here. He belongs here, and you know, I'm thankful to have him.
So before we start talking about this defense on Maxey, 27 seems like a lot, but then in the second half, what do you like about the defense on him?
Well, he's such a dynamic player. I mean, what a crazy cover. You have to pick him up at 28 feet. Then he's electrifyingly fast. You know, they do all the handoffs and the perimeter screens. He plays with pace. But I thought the point of attack defense, you know, with D. Mitch and Drew, at least gave us a chance. And then our weak side defense was really active. Bam had that surprise trap, you know, there at the end. But you have to have all those things, you know, for a star player. And our second half was our best half defensively, and with the rebounding. Bam and Kel'el were monsters on the glass, each one of them in their own way. You know, and it was just a good, solid 2 games on the road.
It felt like every time Philly made a pushback, you guys actually were able to respond and kind of keep. What did you like the most about those moments?
The fact that we were talking about these swing moments all the time, you know, these skirmishes throughout the course of the game. They're going to happen, so it's not like you're going to have a perfect game or that you'll just be able to hold the team off like we did in Chicago. But, you know, when they did make a run and would get it to 5 or 6, we would come back, settle in after a timeout, and come right back and push it to 10. And you want to see, you know, that kind of progress. And the guys were really sharing the ball. It was a fun game offensively. A lot of guys attacking. We all wanted to see D. Mitch get that triple-double. It was so close, but a lot of contributions. Pella, you know, I told him after the game he probably was thinking about his 6 missed threes or the 2 missed free throws, but all we're thinking about is the winning basketball, you know, that he was playing out there. Jaime had his moments. Just a lot of different contributions. Obviously, Norm. I mean, it takes me a couple minutes before I even mention his name. You know, just an explosive offensive talent, you know, he is. And you know, the fact that he made himself available tonight, we're really appreciative of that. And it's just a solid win.
Coach, you touched on Bam and Kel'el. They combined for 50 points, 30 rebounds together. When they're playing like that, what does it do for this team? They're playing like that together.
It just gives us so much confidence. I mean, how fun was that to see Kel'el in that second quarter? Rebounding everything offensively, putting them back, and just playing with so much more force, you know, than he was a year ago at this time. He's gaining confidence. I want to be open-minded to wherever it can go. I don't want to put a ceiling, you know, on him, but both those guys, you know, understand how important rebounding is for us. We don't want to just leave it to them, but when they rebound like that, you know, and that's against Drummond and the guys that they had crashing. That just makes everything a whole lot easier for us.
Well, very successful road trip. Obviously, you mentioned that too. What were some of the things that you saw for the last 2 games that, you know, kind of had you excited going back when you faced Dallas?
I mean, you just have to figure out, you know, how to win the games. You know, our record before this road trip, we'd only won 2 games on the road, so we took that to heart. Wanted to have a good collective, you know, response, and we get to go back home and play again tomorrow night, and we're looking forward to it. You know, these are little mini times during the season that we don't want to like over celebrate, but we do want to acknowledge it. I don't think anybody 2 months ago thought we'd be sitting 3rd in the East. It's not everything, but it's something. You know, I want our guys to enjoy it at least for a few minutes and the flight home, and then we'll have plenty of time to get some rest and lock in and get ready for another one tomorrow night.
Last one for you. What's the mood on the bench when Pella's taking those? Like, if there's blood today, like guys were getting hit. Like, what was the mood like? That was early too, right?
Yeah, I love it. And I want somebody to chart this. I don't want to get our video room charting more things. They're charting everything in the world, but I want to see how many times he gets hit in the face per game. It's got to be number one in the league. He puts himself out there. He just does so many winning things. He's a tough player. We love what he's doing. All right, thank you.